There's this gay dude on Twitter who's currently exposing TDE on our timelines and leaking messages between himself and TDE employees. His name is Dark Rainbow, and I'll be real, this dude is quite possibly one of the most problematic human beings I've ever met. I'm shocked that anybody will be reaching out to him in an attempt to work when this dude has burnt bridges with almost everybody he's ever worked with. Like, he has never had a working relationship that ended positively. This tweet from Punch TDE, who's obviously an executive at TDE, he says his manager, he operates in other roles at TDE, but this tweet from Punch is what started the entire madness we witnessed on our timeline today and essentially got TDE exposed. So the tweet reads, "No good deed goes unpunished, slap into the face emoji, LOL, my fault, MacWop. I ain't know that dude was talking crazy, shaking my head." The dude MacWop that he tagged in the tweet, he has a podcast. He's also a TDE executive. He's DJs. Keem on the right is also one of the executives at TDE. I believe Keem does security. But yeah, MacWop and Keem, they're really close. They have a podcast together, and they both hate Dejan. So why is Punch TDE tagging MacWop in a tweet about Dejan? That's because Punch had accidentally DM'd Dejan to give him props for his reporting and his job in media on the West Coast, not understanding that other TDE members don't like Dejan for some pretty valid reasons. Dejan used to be on a podcast network called Community World. Keem and MacWop was also on that network as well. While they were all working under Community World, they got into it, had issues due to words said on podcast. Because of podcast beef, Dejan took it upon himself to go to social media to diss Keem parents, more specifically Keem's dead father. I'm not gonna show the actual real disses where he starts talking about maggots in graves and stuff like that, because that's just too flagrant, bro. I'm not about to play with nobody's parents like that, bro. But just know he said those things. But one of the things that I can show on screen that's not as flagrant, he says Keem, who is a crack baby and dislikes me because I'm not a crack baby like him, is fantasizing about Stet choking me. And then he continued, he writes, Keem's parents' crack pipe used to stay in the fire, shout outs, laughing emoji, right? Obviously, Keem's father is deceased. You saying this about somebody's parents in general, yet alone somebody, dead parents, is like it's just absurd. Now, not dead parents, because Keem's mom's still alive, God bless her soul, but saying this about anybody parent over a podcast beef is crazy.
I'm still standing on what I said before all of this. I said this is as a casual viewer. Bro is a hazard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, no.
So I'm gonna you out, man. Look at, hey man, that's a hazard. Look at him crashing. That's just what that is. Right. Like, he's a overweight, sugar loving, cigarette smoking.
He smokes cigarettes?
And he ain't. Yeah.
You are lying.
Hey, you. That's crazy.
Y'all got his number. You know, he'd like to tell the truth. He'd like to tell the truth.
Right now, he do cigarettes.
He do powder.
For the cigarettes, but I don't know about the.
Where you don't know truth and detail.
Allegedly.
Like that sometimes. You know, a lot of times, you know, they be on, the powder is definitely in the mix.
Yeah.
Allegedly. There's allegedly.
Allegedly.
Hey, yo, and if it ain't, it's all hints to the.
Boy say he ain't
Hang in the
gonna put
front,
that
man. It's all-
allegedly on it.
We got a disclaimer. They can refer to the disclaimer.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah. But he too. But like,
I wasn't done with my sentence. I would have said, I wasn't done with my sentence.
What's your sentence?
I would have said allegedly.
It's cool. We got the tag in the front, man. Don't trip. They can't do us like Flacco do it, point and shoot.
Yeah.
We got a tag.
Allegedly, he's fat as.
Yeah, no, that's sad.
Allegedly.
That's sad.
I don't know what his allegedly's go.
That's sad.
And I'm not even showing the worst of it. If you guys truly seen what he said about Keem parents, y'all would ask yourself, why hasn't Keem found this dude yet? Like, it was absurd. So obviously, because, you know, Dejan has dissed Keem parents, Keem can never be cool with Dejan again. MacWop don't like Dejan because Keem is his boy. So when Dejan got a message from Punch TDE, well, you know, Dejan was excited to share that with the world. So MacWop and Keem gave Punch TDE a call and told him, hey, Dejan has been dissing Keem dead parents or dead parent. Don't rock with him. And Punch agreed, which led to Punch comment on Twitter and apologizing to MacWop for even engaging with Dejan and messaging Dejan. Well, Punch TDE apologizing for hitting up Dejan on Twitter really pissed off Dejan, and this led to...
I'm still trying to find out who Punch is and everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I'm new to this. I don't know what the hell going on. When I say new to this, I'm talking about this story. So I'm trying to figure it out. I know y'all probably is too. Some of y'all already know. Fill me in if I never get it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep watching.
him leaking some messages that caused a lot of trouble for TDE. So in response to Punch TDE apologizing to Mac Wild for even hitting him up, Dejan posted, "Nah, it's too late, Punch. You was already in my DMs sucking D. Don't unsuck the D now. You ain't Isaiah Rashad." And the messages he showed is essentially Punch telling Dejan, that he loves his commentary on the West Coast music. He feels like his commentary is needed. They ask to be accepted by the culture, and then when the culture accepts them, they weaponize their sexuality, right? You telling a straight man as a gay dude, yeah, you can't unsuck the D because he was showing you love is crazy.
Oh,
right.
wow.
Now, to me, this don't really look bad on Punch. Like, Punch showed you love, and then Punch learned you did some really effed up stuff to his homie, so then he don't want to rock with you no more.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't understand why in the world you would think that that's a dig. Like, I feel like everybody can understand, right? Like, you show love to somebody, you don't really understand who they are, and then when you fully get a picture of who they are, you say, I don't want nothing to do with that. So the Punch messages did nothing. But Daylight, who's, I guess a TDE affiliate, a TDE adjacent artist, I don't think Daylight is officially signed to TDE. Maybe he is. But these messages from Daylight really did a number on TDE
Daylight,
and really started the rumor mill. See, people already have confirmation bias that TDE is playing unfair in the media space and playing unfair when it comes to streams.
Like his name.
So when Daylight DM'd Dejan, as you see right here, and Daylight is trying to proposition Dejan to essentially be a mouthpiece for this new hip-hop group he's starting. So Daylight tells Dejan Drake has Ack as his main promo guy. Kendrick Lamar has Joe Budden. Now this is what people are like, huh? Kendrick has Joe Budden? What you mean Kendrick has Joe Budden? Like Kendrick has Joe as what? His main promo guy? So Joe is taking payola and running like sneaky, like promo for Kendrick and is spreading Kendrick Lamar's agenda and being a mouthpiece for Kendrick Lamar, and we didn't know this? So this was news to a lot of people. Now, I don't think Daylight meant this quite literally, but because people already think this, people took this and ran with it. Now, Daylight says, I'm telling you now, jump on this and start letting people know that this is the next wave of people. Start pushing it because we're about to make a super, super wave. He's propositioning Dejan to be the mouthpiece for him and his group, to essentially use his platform to push their agenda and be their mouthpiece and run narratives on.
When he say Dejan, is he talking about DJ Mustard? Because I know his real name is like Dejan, so I'm trying to get it together, y'all. Let's see.
Behalf of them. And when he says Drake has academics, Kendrick has Joe Budden, people like, hold on, Joe been running narratives and pushing agendas for Kendrick Lamar. Wait, what are you saying? And this caused a huge media storm where people, like in droves, came on social media, including academics, and reacted to this and couldn't believe what they were seeing. One user says, dumbass Daylight just confirmed Joe Budden was on Kendrick's payroll. Another user says, laugh my ass off. Nasty work. Somebody says, the Joe Budden podcast just got exposed for engaging in paid agenda-based narratives. We've already stated this convo on my channel. We'll be dropping a part 2 next week. You're not going to want to miss this one. Somebody says, Dot has who? Somebody says the bots losing control, TDE getting exposed. One person reposted academics talking about this. Now, academics' whole thing is that he don't believe that Kendrick is doing this himself. He believes that if Joe Budden is being paid or receiving some type of incentive to run Kendrick Lamar's promo and spread his agenda, then it's probably Kojo who's doing it. Now, my perspective is I don't think Joe is doing this for the money if Joe is doing this. I believe that if Joe is doing this, it's because Joe has an incentive to undermine Drake because Joe dislikes Drake for whatever reason. And Joe's probably doing this for the relationship, if anything, right? I don't think Joe is getting paid to spread agenda. I feel like if Joe is spreading an agenda for Kendrick Lamar, one is because of the relationship, and two is because of his hatred for Drake and nothing else.
Don't know, and I think you would have to ask Joe that. I do want to also say, and I've said this before, I don't think Kendrick Lamar is running his promo. I did tell y'all, though, the best guy that does digital, his name is Kojo. I've worked with him before. He just only works with TDE now. He solely works with TDE. That's the guy that Drake was trying to find. Drake couldn't find the nigga, bro, at all. Drake spent $100,000 to find the nigga in a civil lawsuit. Couldn't find him. That's crazy. That guy is by far the best digital guy in music. I think he works straight for PG Lang at this point, right? So they probably have him on like a multi-million-dollar budget per year. That person, and I've worked with him a lot. I've done a bunch of campaigns with him. Knowing him, I could see them doing something with Joe. He's a very he thinks outside the box. Most labels come to you and they're like, "Could you post this for this money?" He's very next level with, let's get this relationship, incentivize it obviously with some money, but we're going to go off your likes, your taste. We're just sweetening the pot.
Because of the media storm, essentially, saying that TDE got exposed for paying off Joe Budden, Daylight was forced to release a public statement, and Daylight says there is no language or verbiage that suggests any public figure was compensated for personal promotion. Any implication of such is a misunderstanding. Daylight don't even talk like this. This has to be a PR guy, bro, or like, oh no, we see like the dash. This is ChatGPT. This is crazy. This man, hold on, bro. You use ChatGPT. Yo, if you want to know if a statement is ChatGPT, if you see these dashes right here, it's ChatGPT. So Daylight goes. The reality is far more straightforward. Individuals have exercised their own judgment and chosen positions that align with their personal perspectives and interests within the culture. It is also important to acknowledge the era we are in. The new generation has cultivated a unique dynamic within the culture, one where audiences often engage with intermediaries and commentary before directly engaging with the original creator. This shift has redefined how again, this is ChatGPT, right? So what Dejan did was Dejan said, "Oh, word, okay." I'm not done with you yet. So Dejan decided he was going to leak messages between himself and Daylight. More messages, right? So one of the messages that Dejan leaked is this right here, where like they're talking trash about the rappers who are on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, right? So Dejan says, I even seen someone tweet that Casey Veggies was going to be like the next Lupe Fiasco and a huge star in hip hop, but he started rapping over West Coast party beats like Backflip. And Daylight says, it's sad, man. All them ninjas from Dot album flopped, LOL. Dot is able to get away with it because he already made real rap albums. So he just said right here that GNX is like not a real rap album. Wow. So somebody who is like as close to TDE's camp as Daylight essentially just admit that GNX, who people is complimenting for the rapping ability, is not a real rap album. He don't rate GNX as a great album because it's, like he consider it as some type of BS West Coast like boopity bop stuff. He don't consider GNX as a real rap album, but people consider GNX a classic already, which is, again, talking too much. Daylight was hella comfortable, bro. He's sending this dude voice messages. He's saying, laugh my A off. I'm trying to tell you, these ninjas are trash for the most part. Dr. Seuss, ABC 123. Well, Dejan is saying that, and then Daylight responded back with, God in Jesus heaven. Oh my God, bro. Caught in 4K. Now, it doesn't stop here. The next part is kind of BS. So, Dejan, after dissing people's dead parents, I guess he's taking advantage of people not knowing the history or the lore as to why Keem and MacWap and them don't like him. Dejan then took to a Twitter space where he's claiming that he was sexually harassed by Keem, MacWap, and other people at Community World. Now, here's the sneaky stuff he did, right? A lot of people may not be familiar with this dynamic. So Community World is owned by AD, T-Rail, Pun. None of those dudes are TDE. But Dejan would claim that TDE is harassing him and that he's suing TDE for a hostile workplace. But the workplace was not owned by TDE, so how could you sue TDE? So he's taking advantage of people's naiveness while also refusing to acknowledge that he started this by dissing people's dead parents.
I'll be suing Top Dog Entertainment as a whole. as a company because it's multiple of their
Okay, that's the
employees that I
gay
keep
nigga.
having this issue with. And again, I'm on camera sitting in their faces asking them to stop, and it continues to go on. I also, really quick, I wanted to speak to how I wanted to tie it back to that $48 million sexual misconduct lawsuit. I want to tie it all together because it's making sense now that I'm sitting here thinking about it in retrospect. The sexual harassment I have been going through at the hands of TDE employees for the past 2 years, it makes sense that they are being accused of sexually harassing and sexual misconduct and sexual assault against women that were working for them as well.
Wow.
It just goes hand in hand. It speaks to the culture and the psyche of the TDE offices, the TDE studios, the
Wake it
TDE
up.
employees. Like you're just
So
able. It's a free for all. You can do whatever
it
you want to
definitely
do.
is.
Imagine two Sprite employees or two Pepsi employees or two General Mills employees sitting on camera for 2 years using gay slurs and hate speech towards a gay man. That's a lawsuit. And so that's why I've decided moving forward, I will be taking this into a legal matter. This has become a
Enlighten me, but is that sexual assault using slurs? I mean, it's not nice, but I don't know if that falls under assault. I really don't know. I don't think it's. I don't know. Y'all let me know.
That's why I've decided moving forward, I will be taking this into a legal matter. This has become a legal situation. That is my decision as of today.
She don't give a
I
damn about
asked
what
them
he
to
talking
stop
about.
many times. I sat down with the owners of Figmunity World and asked them to stop. I've been sexually harassed by 2 TD employees nonstop.
Dejan ain't suing nobody, but Dejan has threatened to sue No Jumper. He's threatened to sue almost everybody. He's never filed. He's not suing a goddamn person. Okay, he can't even afford it. That's the first thing. So secondly, what are you suing for? They hurt your feelings. Like, what
That's
are you
what I'm
suing for
saying.
exactly? They hurt your feelings, right? Like Mac Wap and Keen, like we're never W2 employees for Figmunity World, bro. All right, they came and did like guest appearances. So like I don't like, and Dejan himself was never a W2 employee, right? Like he could have stopped coming to the podcast whenever he wanted. Yo, you what? Like you gonna sue them for making fun of man? All right, bro. You
what
diss
I'm
this man dead parents. What do you think is gonna happen? You come to court and you say, hey man, they made fun of me, and they pulled out, bro. This man like said maggots, man. All right, man. I'm not gonna say that, man. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? What do y'all think, bro? All right, do y'all feel like Joe Budden is compromised by TDE? Let me know, okay? And if you guys are still watching this video, like and comment, but also click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here to find out how, what was discovered on David's phone made everybody in the courtroom like shriek. Like it was that horrifying. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. And if you're still
I've been following that case. I might look at that because that boy's a weirdo. Hey, but look, it seems like this video is over, man. Great value Dejan Mustard is motherfucking tripping. I know that's not Dejan, the damn DJ, but Great Value Mustard tripping, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments, man. It's B, man. I'm out.